Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Smashcast TV. We have the only game of the day between XIAO DIAN and Geek. Here's a best of 3 for the playoffs, and again, decides who stays in the winners brackets and who goes down to the losers brackets. My name is DSwordfish, I'll be your caster for today, and let's get right into the draft, shall we? XIAO DIAN pick up the Chain Protector, the Lich, the Bristleback, and the Owl Devourer. Geek pick up the Legion Commander, the Earth Spirit, and interestingly enough, the Jakiro. So as you can see, Bristleback getting some more of that love from the rest of the players and teams. Now getting a bit more picked up ever since that buff in the Heaven's Halberd, not surprising whatsoever. Jakiro apparently also picked up that dual breath cast range, is a bit of an increase, but also the Aghanim Scepter Macro Fire is so nice that you might even rush it just to have a bit of a zone out spell in the late game. Aghanim Scepter Macro Fire plus level 25, of course. I don't know if it's going to be a core Jakiro. Core Jakiro has become much more viable nowadays, but it could definitely just be a support Jakiro. That works out as well. XIAO DIAN picking up the Lich is interesting because I thought I would see less Lich this patch, but turns out we're seeing a bit more. It is a pretty good counter or a pretty good way to deal with the Legion Commander, though. That said, because if you could use the Ice Armor on the Bristleback when the Legion Commander tries to duel him and prevent some of the damage with that Ice Armor, obviously. You can also, in this case, honestly, Legion Ag seems like a really good idea because with a BKB, you can actually just go onto the Owl Devourer and destroy him, and he won't be able to kill you in time because he can't use his spells on you, or really anyone in the enemy team. I really like that Legion Commander Ags. I'm surprised that not more people are using it because it's good. It's really good. Well, I haven't seen Legion Commander yet, so well, we'll see what happens this game. For now, Geek have a pretty solid lineup. Decide on ganking and a bit of lane control with the Jakiro and Legion Commander. Decent lane control, but mainly the ganking potential versus Spirit. So the idea here is to put a little pressure into the mid lane, especially the Owl Devourer. It's kind of easy, honestly, to attack the Owl Devourer. You wait till you use Astral Imprisonment, you go in Rolling Boulder, you slow him down ever so slightly, and Boulder Smash afterwards. Because when you use Astral Imprisonment, he'll usually become aggressive, unless he's losing the lane. So Astral Imprison you and start attacking you, and then boom, Rolling Boulder right at that second, and then Boulder Smash to bring him down. Geek pick up a Bloodseeker, which is not a hero I was expecting, frankly. It seems to be their carry, and against a Bristleback he could be quite strong, because Bristleback likes fighting at low health, and Bloodseeker just gets more and more damage. He also counters a True Protector quite heavily. And the Owl Devourer as well, because you have the Blade Mail that can really blow up Owl Devourer with very low HP. And of course that Undispellable Rupture, which is so very powerful. So like Bloodseeker's not bad. That improve on the Blood Rage is actually quite nice. It stops the Trip Protector a bit further. You can leave it at level 1 and max Thirst and Blood Rage as you should usually, and then Rupture as well. So you can either go mid or you can either go carry, but honestly against an Owl Devourer I wouldn't risk a Bloodseeker mid. It seems like a whole waste of his talents, whereas if you go alone, or sorry, if you in the solo lane or in the safe lane alone, that seems like a better idea here. Just mainly because the fact that Bloodseeker would have the upper hand by the Blood Rage and Thirst, and it doesn't matter what you really put up against him. You can even put a Bristleback like Trip Protector, doesn't matter. The Bloodseeker would just destroy him regardless because of his Blood Rage and being able to heal himself back up. Right, Queen of Prey as a second option. Actually, with Bloodseeker, I understand that combination very much, and with Jakiro as well. Now, all these picks make a lot of sense. In fact, Legion Commander, Bloodseeker, Queen of Pain, 2 Blade Mail users plus Bloodseeker, so another Blade Mail user actually. And on top of that, the high damage of Jakiro, and even Earth Spirit's Magnetize sometimes. Ooh, this is really good combination with Blood Rage. You might even want to max Blood Rage for Bloodseeker. I don't know, it seems almost like the running game has support and Jakiro as the carry, but obviously that's not going to happen. Whereas for XIAO DIAN, they're going to run the Axe in the off lane. They decide maybe the Bloodseeker is a bit too strong to fight against. The Owl Devourer will definitely go in the bottom lane, or in the mid lane, and then Bristleback can just become the carry this game for XIAO DIAN. Whereas the Axe will run in the off lane together with probably a Trip Protector just to protect him from dying. Maybe a Lich actually is better in his lane, Trip Protector away from his lane. Either way, doesn't seem too good for the guys at XIAO DIAN. The lanes are going to be quite hard for them, especially with the Earth Spirit and the Bloodseeker pick. I mean, for a variety of reasons, obviously, but that Bloodseeker and Earth Spirit can can both have great sustain in lane. Bloodseeker in this case, and Earthspear can get the ganks off. Legion Commander similarly also has a pretty decent space in lane, and though XIAO DIAN will probably beat him in the top lane, they're gonna have a bit of a hard time beating the Queen of Pain in the mid lane or beating the Bloodseeker in the bottom lane. So I think the whole point of Geek Fam is sacrificing 2 lanes for 1, because after all, you didn't get someone that can go in a dual off lane. Earthspirit is not particularly that strong as a dual laner or to get space for your carry. He's better as a ganker per se. Where is our Roo stream? I actually don't know. They should be live though. They should our Roo stream should be live. I mean, there's someone in the cast. So worst case scenario, you can always watch it. If you want to watch with Russian casting, you can always watch it in game and buy the ticket for ProDota Cup and everything. Because the old ticket is still being used, so take advantage of that. Mainly because we haven't been, or ProDota Cup hasn't been given a new ticket soon enough, or any, really, for a couple seasons already. Right, that's it, guys. Let's get right into the cast. The game is about to start. Both teams have finally made it inside, and let's present the teams real quick before they start hitting each other. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Let's see what the teams have for us today. T-Heat on the Queen of Pain in the mid lane, in the carry position. Psionics on the Bloodseeker. In the off lane, Velo will be playing the Legion Commander. The 2 supports this game for Geek Fam will be Raji on the Earthspirit, and Jakiro, finally played by Net. Now, XIAO DIAN will be running a Tree Protector on Dian as the first support, second support being Jaeger as the Lich in the off-lane position. Interestingly enough, it's going to be a Bristleback played by Love. And in the mid lane, it's Mr. Gentleman as the Owl Devourer. Finally, as the carry in this game, it's Speeddraw playing the Axe. I'm saying this because Speeddraw usually plays carry and Love usually plays the off-lane. Actually... Yeah, usually plays the offlane, so it does seem like he wants to get it's going to be more of an Axe carry. And we did see this yesterday, actually. Wasn't it the last match between teams? Were they? Happy Feet and the Private ND. And the Private ND decided to go for a Timbersaw carry. Timbersaw carry Bristleback offlane, was it? No. It was actually... Okay, so one team ran the Bristleback, was Happy Feet in the offlane, and then the other team decided to go for Bristleback for carry Timbersaw, and it did not work out with him. And the Axe kind of fulfills a similar role to carry Timbersaw, but it seems right now that they might have just inferred that it's going to be an aggressive offlane or something. Because otherwise, it is aggressive. It almost seems like an aggressive tri-lane here, or dual lane even by XIAO DIAN. I mean, if it wasn't because speed draws the carry, I wouldn't think that this is particularly a carry Axe. Just meant to be an Axe to create some space. But it is weird they are running that against Legion Commander as opposed to the Bristleback, which is not particularly much of a difference. Oh, but Jaeger for now is going to help this mid lane. And Raj actually received a lot of damage from the Astral Imprisonment and from the Lich damage. Let's not forget Lich has a pretty impressive attack range now. Or still had one, but, yeah, just to point out. And obviously dominating this middle lane is even more important. And when you have one extra creep, the deny is not as effective. Ooh, deny is not as effective from a Lich, obviously, so he's not as strong as of a mid lane dominator, but he still offers a lot of pain. Also, look at how many creeps there are in the mid lane. If you just look at it, you just look at other lanes, it's like, okay, the creep lane, it balances itself out eventually. Not in the mid lane, not in the mid lane. There's just thousands of creeps. If you don't aggro properly, they can really screw you up. Right, in the bottom lane, though, Bloodseeker doesn't care too much about the Quill Spray, and it does seem like the one who... the better lane here is Bloodseeker versus Bristleback and Legion versus Axe. Because Axe can heal, because Legion can heal himself. So even if you do like Berserker's Column or something, the Prone of Courage and the Press the Attack can heal him completely. Which is why he's winning the lane. It's been weird lanes chosen here by XIAO DIAN, frankly. Oh, what? Sorry guys. Sorry guys about that. I did take that off. That is weird. That is a weird bug by OBS. Huh. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. Usually I don't put the over. Luckily we didn't miss any kills, but so usually I don't know what happened there. Usually I have like a program that's informed me. I think it just crashed. But unfortunately, just a bit of the early game that was a bit blocked out. But no big issues for either XIAO DIAN or Geek Fam in the early game. There was actually no kills missed, so it's fine. It's actually... Yeah, sorry about that. I do read the chat, it's just that obviously when I expect the overlay to be taken away, I just read it every so and so minutes. And then when I catch a chat, it's like, oh, right, fuck. Program crashed. So, Yeah, just blame Dota there for every sort of technical issue, because the lack of optimization is screwing up my computer completely. Right. For now, look at the lanes. We still see Bloodseeker winning the lane by 14 last hits to what, the 5 I suppose is the Bristleback, or 11. I don't really know what to compare it to. I suppose the Axe is the best comparison here. The Bristleback to the Legion is still going in favor of the Legion completely, as expected in this lane. At the bottom lane is going so far so well. As for Psionics, that he's even harassing Love out of lane just with his thirst stacks, and that's only a thirst level 1. It's not looking good for them. I mean, well, the middle lane is actually going in favor of the OD ever so slightly. Like, it's not much of a difference here. Actually, should be a 4 creep difference if these creeps do belong to the OD. So that's fine. Gentleman's doing quite okay, but of course, with the help of Jaegers, not surprisingly, it's actually quite uncommon for the Lich to stay there as long as he did. Whole 3 minutes there. It's not too good for the Bristleback either, because they decided to win more on the Bloodseeker and win less on the Queen of Pain. However, the Queen of Pain is not doing particularly badly. She's almost about to kill Gentleman. There's a Rolling Boulder, and easy kill. Auto attack is all they needed to finish off this OD. First blood goes to Geek fam. Yeah, they say 2 minutes. Yeah, okay, thank you for clarifying that. It's not that hard, guys. When there's delay, there's a 2-minute delay. It's just what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to read the chat in the future. I wish I could do that, but that's not a possibility. So if you scream things, if you're screaming more, I'm not gonna notice more. Most of the time, I'll just wait, and you have to wait till I read the chat. Of course, I can't predict certain things happening in my cast, like for example, a program not working. Right, gentlemen. He's not going to be caught out by Raji. Okay, that's good. He actually seems to be going for Dian, or helping this top lane up a bit. It's very hard to kill the Axe, even with the Legion Commander's overwhelming odds. So, it's not... It's actually, they don't even have much chance of killing the Axe up top, because the Berserker's Call will always stop them. So he has to go in the mid lane instead. Has to wait for the Astral Imprisonment to really initiate, or actually knows the Astral Imprisonment's off, because the Shadow Strike just hit. Should Rolling Boulder soon. 3 seconds till the Astral Imprisonment. He's fine now. Once the Earth Spirit goes in and the Outworld Devourer has the Astral Imprisonment, you're fine. There's no way that the Earth Spirit will beat you. No, there's a ganking a stacking happening here by Dian. Alright, I'm glad they're taking advantage of these camps. They're trying to... Wow, that's a lot of stacks, actually. That is a lot of stacks. That is a 3-man stack, or 3 stack. That is a 2 stack. Now, because they got blocked in the mid lane, careful, because Gentleman is fighting against Tiki again. He lost the Astral Imprisonment already? No, he did not, but the Bullet Smash will stop him for a couple more seconds. Enough for Tiki to come back, blink offensively, Sonic Wave him, or sorry, Scream of Pain him. That's all they need, but the Poison Orb is already hurting him so much. He gets to the Shrine, Gentleman will be fine. All they needed was a Scream of Pain, but that blink was offensive. Tiki's getting punished for it. He's losing a lot of HP, but now Raji will try to distract Gentleman long enough for Tiki to make an escape. He will sacrifice his own life in the price of his carry. It's worth enough. Gentleman will get that kill. Obviously, that dive against the Shrine was a very bad idea. That dive over here was a terrible idea. There was no way that was a good thing to do, because you could tell the Shrine was happening. He had living armor on him, which they could tell as well. He was close to dying, but obviously the lack of mana and an offensive blink. You never use an offensive blink to try to get a kill. That might not happen. Offensive blink are only used offensive. I mean, like in the sense that you're blinking forward, or you're gonna have your blink on cooldown once you attack someone. That's only ever used if you know 100% you can get that kill. Because even if you can get that kill, mind you, they can still TP and kill you when you have offensive blink. So if you there's a chance that you might not get that kill, and I don't mean like oh well, there's always a chance. I mean like literally a considerable chance, like he's gonna get to his Shrine, and there's never worth it to go for the offensive blink on a Queen of Pain, because you also can get a lot of gold from the lane. You don't rely so much on kills like a Legion, for example, would do. So it's really not worth it to just let yourself die. She has duel now, so I think Velo, the best option here, would be to go bottom. But Bristleback seems to be so countered here by the Bloodseeker. It's not really that big of a deal. Look at how many quill sprays are coming up. I love it. And there's the Blood Right as well to hurt him a bit. We wanted to get the Ice Path. Oh no, Psionics has to run away a different way. Love it. Almost destroying him just with Quill Spray. That's 4 stacks up on him. And now maybe the objective is this. Bristleback only has 2 levels of Bristleback right now. The Ice Path is available, so is the Dual Breath. But Psionics has to heal up before going on to Love It. So in the end, that's not going to be a kill. That was a weird play. I love it. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. And then hopefully nothing catches you. Obviously the Ice Path didn't come out, so that was another important factor. I mean, it's amazing how many stacks they've been making for speedrunners in this lane. And the fact the overwhelming odds not been taking any of them is also pretty weird. Okay, that was a duel into an axe. That's not going to work out. I mean, it's stopped them for quite a while, but the Berserker's Call is coming out now. There's no Chain Frost needed because the Frost Blast will do enough damage. The Cooling Blade to finish off the Earth Spirit. And Speed Draw will just be out of there, no problem. Oh! Sonic Wave! Sonic Wave. Oh, sorry. Scream of Pain. Scream of Pain. So close, but not quite there. In fact, Sonic Wave was actually available, so it should have been the spell he used. Probably didn't want to waste it in the off chance that XIAO DIAN's axe TP'd in time. And that's why probably she didn't use her ultimate. She's still a pretty high cooldown ultimate, so without the Aghanim, it doesn't really make much sense to spam it as early in the mid game, especially against a now World Devourer. And ultimate was very powerful against it because it's high. It seems like a low trial speed, but it's actually quite fast because of the area is deceptively large. And on top of that, if you get really close to the World Devourer, there's no way that you're gonna miss it, even if he has Astral Imprisonment. It takes too long to use the cast point for Astral Imprisonment, unless I mean it's very obviously gonna use it for a couple seconds. Right, Midas is coming out on Psionics. I like that idea. Snowball a bit further. And in terms of net worth, we'll see that he's actually being the axe because of the kills or the one kill he got. I think he was participant in the First Blood. And that's it, but it's good enough. The kills the axe got were just not that valuable. Either that or he went into the jungle often. Or the axe went into the jungle often, right? Yeah, because the kills, the creeps of the jungle give you a lot more lasses than you should have, whereas the lane gives you a bit more farm, especially nowadays. Because they change every 7.5 minutes. It takes 75 minutes for the creeps in the jungle to be worth as much as they were before. Meaning that currently they really aren't that valuable. Okay, Velo's still trying to get the duel on DN. That's a bad idea, even with a Queen of Pain joining in, because Speed Rock can just come in at any second. Berserkers call you and you have nothing to do. Ooh, Scream of Pain that misses, so that's a little bit less damage on Speed Draw, but honestly, Speed Draw has infused raindrops. He has 1100 HP. What's your goal here? Shadow Strike actually hits him. They want to take some of the stacks of the infused raindrops with the Shadow Strike. It's pretty smart. Duel is available, but the Berserker's Call comes a bit too soon. They still have the duel onto the Trip Protector. That was the joke the whole time. Sonic Wave not available because it's not enough mana for the Queen of Pain to use it, so that ultimate will be lost by her. And even though they don't win the duel, they do get the kill on the Trip Protector. It's a small kill, but it's worth it for the Legion. Apologies for that, Geek. I'm actually drowning in my own sickness, but it's all good now. Jaeger almost is going to catch out Raja, yeah, because the help from Gentleman, he comes in with a haste, evades a Boulder Smash, questions his own intentions, and decides not to go in the end. Finds He instead, also not going to be killed. Right, so that is a completely wasted haste. And on the other hand, you have the Bloodseeker, who has decided to go for the Treads first to amplify his ability in the early game. With Midas, it's actually a lot of attack speed you get it with a Bloodseeker, and the thirst damage usually is enough. Ooh, Raji finds an axe. That's not a good idea. Berserker's Call. They have to block the Rolling Boulder, but first Boulder Smash to pull him away. Very smart by Raji. Allows him to just roll Rolling Boulder away. And she should be fine against XIAO DIAN. And okay, guys. No offense, but if you guys want to watch the Russian cast, there is a Russian cast currently on. So just go that. Just go there, please. And don't spam the English chat with Russian stuff. Just mainly because, you know, keep the cordiality in the chat. I have nothing against Russian people. Just keep the cordiality in the chat and play the language that's proper. Right. I'm going to take this to bottom tower. Unless the Overgrowth comes in with a huge attack from everyone else. There's a Blink Dagger on the Axe. No, it's still 1300 away. Overgrowth comes in, though. As expected, Queen of Pain is stuck in that route. Has to run away with a Blink. But one more second to that Blink. Teehee will be able to do it. The Chain Frost hits net and destroys him, actually. Bloodseeker was trying to get away with his teammate, but couldn't do it in time. And in fact, he's going to be taunted and Cooling Bladed down. The guys from XIAO DIAN will be taking 2 kills from Geek Fam, like right in front of them, honestly. That Overgrowth came from a very obvious place. They just couldn't do much about it. Once the Overgrowth caught the Queen of Pain and she decided not to use any of her spells because she didn't want to fight, they allowed the guys from XIAO DIAN to just take her over. This axe is having so much impact, and so is the Bristle Pack. They're unkillable. You can't go with, oh wait, careful, the World Devourer in the middle lane. Teehee has to run away. The help from the Jakiro is not useful enough. I think it's not useful enough to kill the OD. Luckily the Liquid Breath is good enough to, you know, chase him away from the possible duel. No, doesn't want to use it on speed draw alone. Luckily the Liquid Fire. Yeah, Liquid Fire is very powerful against an OD because it takes away his attack speed. So the 60 attack slow is not a joke. That's a minus Hyperstone essentially. So that's pretty good for the Jakiro to have against an OD. So just take that into consideration and yeah, I mean, always level Liquid Fire if you're up against an OD, essentially the idea. It's also pretty good against Purple Black, honestly. That skill is really great, mainly because of the debuff it offers. Even the damage is not that great. The debuff is great, and the low cooldown at level 7, ooh, it's beautiful. You can still max Dual Breath if you like. That's the build that's alright for damage. But of course, if you're up against someone whose attack speed is very necessary, OD, Bristleback to some degree, then definitely go for the Liquid Fire build. No. They're defending this tower pretty well with the ice armor from the Lich, obviously, but it's not the best defense without any sort of help from the Axe or Twin Protector, for example. They actually have a really good tower defense, I just realized. Because I realized the Twin Protector's on their side, so you can just heal the towers, give them the ice armor, make him unkillable, so in the end you end up just having tier 1s forever. Now tier 1 of theirs has fallen. In fact, they're actually pretty low health, what Twin Protector is, because he hasn't maxed his... Oh no, he has maxed his living armor, but he's not using it as often as we'd like. There's some teams that use it very much, you know, and some teams that like to keep it off cooldown just in case they need to help a hero out in the game. I still think you should use it a bit more often. Yeah, there it is. So it's starting to heal up this tower. But this tier 1 probably will fall unless someone comes to defend it. That or the mid lane. Because Geek fam are looking for structures right now. And there's a Rupture. Finds Jaeger. There's no way of stopping his TP. So Jaeger's just going to be able to TP away. Gentleman, the next objective. Rolling Boulder. There's no Rupture for him. But he has no Astral Imprisonment. He's been silenced. Also stunned. And Psyonix gains a lot of damage already for the killing of this OD. That was a good amount of thirst stacks hitting Psyonix there. Able to hit him pretty hard and not taking a tower. Not bad. I mean, this still has the ice armor on it, which is annoying because it does slow everyone down, and Psyonix actually gets hurt considerably by this. But oh, the Axe plus the Overgrowth hits both of them. The Bloodrite though makes a great zone at skill as it stops the Axe's spells all at once with the silence. The Chain Frost comes in, hits a couple of creeps. It's actually gonna bounce with Teehee, but it's not gonna go anywhere else. Teehee managed to evade it. That was a weird interaction by the Chain Frost. And Velo still has the blink, and we'll use the duel onto the Bristleback. The Macropire comes out. Bristleback is turned right into the Fire's eyes, but the Rolling Boulder has to stop him. They can't kill him in time. The poor Legion Commander will lose his life to the OD. Psyonix will do the same, but at least they got that kill on the Bristleback, right? It was worth it, wasn't it? So they think. The Blink Dagger, ready 1 second. Catches Net. No! Net with the Jukes, able to run away from the Axe when the Blink came in time. You would expect the Jakiro to obviously go that way. You don't have high ground vision. He decides to go this way. He you know, jokes on you. Haha, you Berserker's Call. He's already here. So that's pretty good. Good job, Jakiro. Ocean Cast is not online, it's offline. You sure? There's nobody in the chat. Oh wow. Is it just me casting then? Huh. Well then I would appreciate if you didn't speak Russian. I thought actually that's fun. Please, I appreciate if you just didn't speak Russian for the sake of viewers and for the sake of the cast and everything. It's the English cast. I apologize for the lack of Russian. I do understand you can watch it and everything. Just don't, you know, spam the chat with Russian or insult the cast. You understand? I have the power to just be able to. It's hitbox, guys. I have the power to be able to not make you not watch this. You know, if there's only one channel, I really wouldn't insult the one channel that's letting you watch this game. All right. That said, love it. Rolling Boulder, easy kill onto him if he's not careful. But at the same time, with a double damage, yeah, you don't really want to initiate no matter how many heroes you have near him. Honestly, Velo needs the Blade Mail to just counter the Bristleback completely. The Blink Dagger is okay, but without the Blade Mail, you really don't do enough damage to him. I know Jaeger. He is gonna go down to Teehee. Sonic Wave in 1 more second. Oh, Teehee, they try to kill. They're gonna kill him for sure. Sonic Wave is available though once he comes back in. The root that stops his blink from happening, and Teehee has to dispel with a press the attack. Good job. The help from the Legion Commander will save him there. Teehee still being followed by Love, who has a haste room, but with the genetic grip, he could have died there. The silence very effective against Bristleback, and Legion Commander sacrificing a lot of her life just to save the Queen of Pain. Good job there. Honestly, I'm surprised the game is as even as it is. I am surprised the game is as even as it is, because both XIAO DIAN and Geek Fam have lineups that are, you know, early to mid-gaming lineups, but you do have a team that is supposed to snowball out of hand, which is Geek Fam, and they're not doing any of that, obviously, looking to the net worths. We're looking at the losses for a while just to see, we're swapping between them, but looking at the net worths, we'll see that Geek Fam here have less net worth than both have left. Both the Co-op and the Bloodseeker have less net worth than the OD, which is pretty considerable. Now at 1400, you know, 17 minutes in, it's actually a lot for being an OD who should be farming much less than the Co-op. The Co-op is not snowballing as much as she'd like, but you have the Midas on the Bloodseeker, which allows him to have a little bit of late game. However, the Bristleback is not far behind from a Co-op, and he himself is getting a Heaven's Halberd. No, first he's going for the Solar Crest. I think it's Heaven's Halberd and then Solar Crest. No, it is Solar Crest and Heaven's Halberd. Okay, Heaven's Halberd team is too strong, stupidly strong against a Bloodseeker. But, yeah, your choice, I suppose. Solar Crest is a bit more offensive, but at the same time, like I said, XIAO DIAN should really opt for the Heaven's Halberd this game, because it destroys the Legion Commander, destroys the Bloodseeker completely. They have no way of dispelling that. It's just, it's so strong. That item got buffed to oblivion. Alright. They're going to take this tower down eventually with Liquid Fire, but DIAN has the first root. There's the hit. Now the Overgrowth misses with the Overgrowth, and he should be just fine because of that blink. Blink in 5 more seconds. Velo's still attacking from behind. They have a duel available. Rolling Boulder. They go in. The silence onto this poor OD. But the Outworld Devourer came in time with the Astral Imprisonment. Velo wants to get the duel off. Won't need to because the Outworld Devourer will just die to the poor Blood Right. Now Speed Drop being hit slightly by the Queen of Pain, tries to catch him with a Berserker's Call. It's already wasted. There's a duel available. Stunned, taunted. This poor Axe is not getting anywhere with his life because Velo will end it right here and now. Sonics, meanwhile, getting a kill on the backlands against DIAN. He's already been cleaning up everything using that extra thirst damage, and with this, they'll take a tier 2 up top. This is exactly what Geek Fam was looking for. That snowball that's going to allow him to catapult into the enemy's base. With the Bloodseeker getting a bunch of farm there, thanks to his bias, he's still getting a bunch of farm more. The Legion Commander finally getting that duel that she was looking for, and of course Tihi participating in a bunch of kills and getting that experience, so valuable experience above level 11, trying to get to level 12, which is what he's looking for. I mean, no, usually there's Russians and English people. I mean, you can make your own channel. That's all I'm asking for, man. That's all I'm asking for. Create your own little chat channel for Russian. Now, it's not Russian stream. You don't get to invade it, my friend. You don't get to invade the Russian stream. That's pretty funny. I like the Russian stream. Just don't spam. That's all I ask, man. Talk in Russian if you need. Just don't spam. Also, you can create your own Russian channel. That's what I was going to try to say, man. If the Russian channel is not working, you can just go and create your little channel. Because the first one's supposed to be in English, and we can get in trouble with Smashcast for this. This is the only thing. Or you can get in trouble for Smashcast for this. I don't know, they have weird rules. It's not like Twitch. But you can create your own language channel, and it works fine. And I have no problem with you watching the stream for obvious reasons. I actually don't care. The stream is for everyone to watch, but it's sad that the Russian stream is not here. In fact, I'm actually going to talk to the Russian streamers and see if they can go on to game number 2. I don't know what happened to game number 1. Must have been an issue with their one of their casters. That said, oh, the rolling boulder went somewhere, but that was a really dangerous rolling boulder. In fact, it wasn't actually. Speed drop stuck in the middle of the shrine. Not a bad idea. The Macropire is actually destroying the Lich, very well placed. However, the Earth Spirit will have to sacrifice himself to Sandy's Eclipse. Silex will die too. The duel comes out, and the Outworld Devourer is as good as dead. No, he's not getting any hits. Finally, Velo finishes him off. Speed draw, meanwhile, fighting against Tihi. Not a good fight for him, as he's gonna go down. The Ice Path catches Lava just enough so he can get hit by a Sonic Wave. A bit of love for Lava, they say, as they hit him with a dual breath. No, but the Shadow Strike will take away those charges of the living armor. They still meaning to kill him, but Jesus Christ, this guy is tanky. Tihi following him to the ends of Earth. He still has the magic stick just to blink one last time, but it's not gonna do it against Lava because he's so scared of this goddamn Bristleback. He's way too tanky right now. Geek Fam is not able to get that kill, but they do kill the Outworld Devourer and the Axe, all in exchange for a Bloodseeker. That's not that bad. Bloodseeker and Earth Spirit. I gotta admit there, that was mainly Jakiro. Net was a beautifully placed Macropire right on that hill. I destroyed most of the OD's health and the Lich as a whole. So that was pretty good. Yeah, pretty sure there are English-speaking people viewing the stream. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, exactly. There's no viewers. Not all viewers chat, of course. You don't need to chat. It's just for the sake of someone being open to having the conversation in the English channel. That's the only issue. I don't know why this issue is becoming such a big deal. I really don't care. I just talk to the Russian streamers so they can open up their channel. I don't care about having more or less viewers, honestly. It's just a hassle they have to watch my English cast when you'd rather have a Russian cast. I understand that. I'm a Spanish caster too. I like when they complain to us that we don't have a... That like, oh, we have to watch English cast today, blah, 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 blah. I always tell them, don't spam chat. Don't be mean, you know. Because it's not your chat. Meanwhile, you come to our Spanish cast and it's their chat completely. Right. Okay, what is the Legion doing? Another duel against the Axe. Is this a good idea? Only with Raji's damage. Oh, actually, that's a lot of damage! Holy lord! Raji with just the Magnetize and the damage from the Geometric Grip and the Boulder Smash almost destroyed the Axe. That was insane. That was insane. That was really good. In fact, he got the... No, Velo got the last... Yeah. And they won another duel. That's 42 damage already for Velo, minute 22. It started out with 0 on minute, what, 18, 17? I think that's when the first duel came out. And now he's finally starting to snowball out of control. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Net does sacrifice himself against Love H. No, sorry, against Gentleman. And meanwhile, Love H... Love H, Love... Oh, so is it Love H then? Okay. Love H here managed to get his Solar Crest, now going for the Heaven's Halberd. Still a great idea, especially now that you're losing, isn't it? Jaeger with the Rupture onto him will lose all those charges of the Living Armor so quickly. Chain Frost comes out before he dies, but it barely bounces onto anyone important. And there's a bit of Blood Right zoning out. Great Boulder Smash by Raji. The duel comes out, catches out the OD, Sonic Wave to finish him off, and now the Rolling Boulder onto the Axe. He Berserker's Call onto 3. That's pretty good. The Cooling Blood is available. We'll kill off Raji. That's the first slam dunk of tonight, and the next objective is Velo. He has to heal himself back up, has the armlet, and is caught by Dian. Using the armlet before the Cooling Blade comes in. Berserker's Skull, they want to bring him down in time, with Speeddraw taking his life away with his bare hands. Just an axe and a good pile of blood, I suppose. XIAO DIAN did lose a lot of that in the beginning of that engagement, truly, but afterwards, the Axe coming in, such an impactful hero. Honestly, you saw how powerful the Axe can be. You need a Silver Edge to counter that hero a bit, and also the Bristol Black. That Silver Edge idea is so great that I would actually like to see it on the Legion Commander as well. Why are you going BKB when you can just go Axe? Well, you kill everyone, you know, you kill pretty much anything by yourself. The Axe is still a consideration. Especially when you get more dual damage. Or 56 dual damage. All you need is a Blade Mail Axe, I think, rather than BKB. You know, Blade Mail Axe. Tweet was reported by racism. Oh yeah, also, when I say English viewers, I should have specified. I don't mean people that are English. I mean people just watching it in English. I don't have a main language, or people that speak it so well, like the Finnish or the Swedish or whatever, that always beat us. I mean, shit, you should hear a Spanish person speaking English. Hello, I hope that you like the stream today. Welcome to Geek Fam and XIAO DIAN fighting for the Dota throne, exactly. For the ancient, yeah. That's fucking horrendous, bro. It kills me every time. So anyway. That's why Spanish streams exist. Geek Fam is actually having a slight domination of the match, but not too big right now. Speeddraw still has better team fight, and both their cores are really well farmed, the Bristleback and the OD. The issue here is that both of them actually are not having that much impact in the team fight because of good duels by the Legion Commander, and she's the destabilizing factor. That BKB is also going to help her initiate much more, and she doesn't decide to go for a late game. You always have the Axe option, which actually gets you a lot more late game. Chain Frost, use just on the Queen of Pain, and Yosef onto herself, takes away the root, and now the Blink to leave. Very smart. Speeddraw trying to use a Berserker's Call in time, but of course that Berserker's Call has a cooldown of some sorts, and eventually you just take it down. That was a nice expression, keep your fire in your ass. It's the best of 3, by the way, guys, for those of you ask. That's an interesting question. Right, Dian going on to Velo. Oh, careful, the root. Now the Berserker's Call. Yeah, Velo's dead. Velo is dead. He stayed a bit too long. There was no need to stay there, honestly. Raji might have... I think Raji was angling for a kill, maybe, from the Shrine, because he did TP to it, and we're just looking to see if they could get a kill with a duel, but of course, there was 5 people there. They didn't see them, and got punished for it. Orga is going to be the next item for Teehee after going for the Yule Center. Very smart, because the Yule Center will help him against all those roots, which are annoying him today. So I think the Yule Center is a good idea, but later on going for the Orchid for the real damage, especially against an OD, being able to stop his Astral Imprisonment, being able to stop his Sunrise Eclipse, even against a Bristleback, stopping his Close Sprays can be very annoying, because Bristleback nowadays doesn't like going for Lotus Orb as much as he likes to go for more offensive items, because he already goes for the Solar Crest and later on the Heaven's Halberd, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, Bristleback careful. The Ice Path hits him. Love it. It's going to be fine. Berserker's Call, though, does catch out Queen of Pain in the backlines. That was a very dangerous blink from Queen of Pain. Has to blink away. Will she be able to? No! The Culling Blade will stop her mid-blink. And out she goes like the rest of her team. Geek Fam loses another mid-hero and thus puts themselves in a difficult position this game with only 47 net worth advantage. This is not looking good for the guys at Geek Fam. After the advantage they had in the early game, they're now facing a very farmed up Bristleback and OD, both of which are playing very aggressively. All Geek Fam is doing is losing their Queen of Pain left and right. That is not what they were looking for when they started this game. The snowball was the tactic for Geek Fam, and instead they find themselves snowballing into a wall. Nope. What is speedrun doing? Actually, what the hell just happened? Did he see? No? It was Blinking Legion Commander. Okay. Blinking Legion Commander. They see that as well. I think they're pinging that, so there's Observer Ward over there. Really well placed Observer Ward, actually. We'll talk about that in a second, but do they have a gym? Yeah, they do. Dian has a gym. Okay, that makes sense. I love the new Chamber that they're built. No more Solar Crest, thank Christ, so they go for more Midas and... Well, not Midas necessarily, actually. 4-stuff is the most popular item right now on Tier Protector, but it's really good. Okay, Tiki finds Jaeger. You'll Scepter onto Jaeger. That's an easy kill. They catch him with a duel. Blood Ride's also being used. Okay, so duel. Victory. And now Raji, going onto the Axe, trying to prevent his blink with a Shadow Strike. It's a really good idea. Rupture as well onto the Trim Protector. Sonic Wave to finish off the Axe. And the Trim Protector can go nowhere but the sidelines, where XIAO DIAN will have to keep him for 45 seconds. Geek Fam, meanwhile, recovering with those kills, getting a good dual kill for Vela. Like I said, more dual damage always valuable. And now they're going to go for this Tier 2 tower, taking advantage of the fact that there's no Lich or Trim Protector to stop this tower from going down. Alright, good job, Geek Fam. No, please take the tower before you leave. Jesus Christ, don't just leave it there. In fact, get the last hit. God! The last hit gives you more gold. There's just no... Just stick one person. Whatever. They go for Roshan. That makes sense, actually. They decided to go for the Roshan in exchange for a bit less gold from the tower. Roshan gives him no cheese this time, only Aegis, but cheese will come back very soon. And though they are not the best taking Roshan, in fact, it's actually XIAO DIAN has a better Roshan taking skills, and you are preparing the cheese for them. I suppose the Legion Commander just really, or sorry, the Queen of Pain just really wants that Aegis, and later on they can still take it again. Legion Commander is pretty okay at taking the Roshan as well. We'll see. For now, it's just important that they've recovered their whole net worth in just a single, like, 3 kills. And one of them was on the Axe as well. When the kills come out on the Outworld Devourer, for example, especially with that Orchid that's now available on the Queen of Pain, it starts to be a difficult game for XIAO DIAN. Like I said, the late game is not particularly any teams. It's actually pretty favorable for both of them. One team has a bit more team fight. The other team has 2 supports that offer team fight, right? Whereas this team of XIAO DIAN has the team fight for both Team Protector and the Axe. However, the Legion Commander's duel can be very effective if used in the late game as well. We just need an agonist for it. No, just need I really want to see the Axe be wheeled. I think it's gonna be great, but just need some good positioning and catching the right target, obviously. Gentleman has a Hurricane Pike and a Blink Dagger, so he could go on T here if he thinks he's alone. In fact, Astral Imprisonment plus the help of his teammates. Yeah, Axe is coming in as well. Berserker's Call to catch him out, and the OD just comes in from behind. That would be a surprise factor. Tiki is very decided to take this tower down. Now with the Liquid Fire, the Jakiro shows himself. They don't know anywhere. They know where anyone else is, actually. Raji also does. Berserker's Call could catch 3. There's a TPs coming in from behind, and OD. Astral Imprisonment catches the Jakiro only. The Queen of Pain does not lose any health this side of his Eclipse, but she does lose a bit of mana. There she goes. Blink away. Overgrowth doesn't catch him in time. You'll Scepter onto the Outworld Devourer. He will kill Net, though, but the Ice Path in the process. Net sacrificing himself just for that kill. Sorry, just for the rest of his team to survive. That's a really good idea. XIAO DIAN waste a whole 5-man gank for nothing. Well, for nothing, sorry. Let's make the Jakiro count. For a Jakiro. For nothing. Nowadays, honestly. The Jakiro's not even position 5, he's position 4. All he's got is a Yule Scepter, and that's enough to make him happy for this whole game. And careful, because speed draw. Oh no, actually the objective is much easier. Trim Protector, they stun him out. And the duel is there. That was pretty pretty nice route they got there, but Velo will get off the duel. 88 duel damage to his name. 31 minutes in, that's not looking bad at all. And now they're gonna find Jaeger. They don't have a duel available, so his skill is not as valuable, but hey, it's still a kill anyway. Rolling Boulder catches him out despite the lack of vision. Jaeger's gonna go down. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, Net manages to TP down to defend this against Gentleman. Gentleman wants to TP away. They have no way of cancelling this, no Yule Scepter or Ice Pass, so he's going to be able to just walk away fine. Whereas Tiki, together with Velo, will finally take down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane, or sorry, in the bottom lane. The mid lane and top lane towers have already been taken down, so that's pretty good for Geek Fam. Frankly, it's actually quite surprising how many objectives they've taken against a Lich and a Twin Protector. But hey, congratulations. No, what is Archie doing? Okay, I was thinking he's just steel order with a gem. Cool. I love that little thing. I don't know what XIAO DIAN means in Singaporean or whatever. I don't know. I actually Singaporean's not a language, but I don't know what language even these guys even speak, because Singaporeans speak a variety of them. I don't know if it's English or some sort of what's it called? What's the Singaporean version of English called? Like the dialect they speak there. Shit, not entirely certain. The point is, I'm curious as to what XIAO DIAN means. Singaporean team versus, I do believe Geek Fem is Filipino. No, actually, Net is Malaysian. So I guess it's just a combination of a lot of CA teams. Raji, I'm pretty certain is Filipino, and so is Tihi. But, right. It's a pretty good team. Geek Fem is a pretty good team. Back in the day, or back when the SCA qual started and whatnot, they were considered up there with Clutch Gamers. Clutch Gamers was actually pretty weak, but they were having really good performances recently, and Geek Fam were having really good performances as well, so a lot of people expected the same things from them as Clutch Gamers. Sadly, Clutch Gamers took a step up, left the ProDota Cup, and started playing better games, whereas Geek Fam didn't have that option. Ooh, Rupture, I just love it. There's Duo as well, and Duo forced him to turn around and face his death. That Chain Frost, though, bounces around both of them, and the Lich Commander has the BKB activated. She's still not dying. Speedra is being brought down by herself. She's been disarmed finally. Tries to take away that disarm. It's not going to work out. Isaac lifts in the backlines, kills Psionics, and now they have to go into the OD. The Queen of Pain's still alive. Sonic Wave only for this guy. Only for the OD. He's still silenced. Finally destroyed. Tihi blinks in front of Love and wants to get the kill, but right now she's having the hardest of times. They'll be forced to boulder smash him forward and kill him off that way. Jaeger himself silenced and destroyed by the Queen of Pain. Without the Bloodseeker, can they push? Of course they can. They have a Legion Commander with 88 dual damage. They don't care. They have a lot of pushing power here. Tihi also deals a considerable amount of damage, and they're going to be able to take down this tier 3 in the bottom lane. Oh, no. Actually, not like this, though. They forced 2 buybacks. This is much more interesting. The buybacks are going in front of them, trying to catch out someone who's in a bad position. However, instead, they realize that the Earth Spirit is a gem. They have a really good vision around the area. Sorry, the enemy team, in this case, Geek Fam, has a really good vision around the area, and XIAO DIAN do not. So, the Earth Spirit, with his gem, actually might have just saved them from a bad initiation. He's still going for the Agnums. Interesting. I'm assuming he's going to go for the Jobanetic Grip targets allies, because that's very powerful, but who knows? Who knows? That change they made up to the Earth Spirit. Before, the 300 rolling boulder damage was rarely picked, and now I think it's going to be rarely picked as well. That respawn talent got changed to a really good thing. Bloodthorn onto Tihi, that's pretty nice. Legion Commander, how far is she from level 25? That's really important to get level 25 on Legion. Not because of the more duels, I think it's just plus 40 dual damage bonus. It's great. Oh, actually, they changed that. I forgot they changed the -8 press the attack cooldown. It's not the. They don't have a cooldown reduction. I suppose the idea is to play Legion Commander support with that other 5-second press the attack. It's worse than a Aphotic Shield, so yeah, less healing, a bit more attack speed, I suppose. So it's constant press the attack, but the main thing you use about press the attack is really that dispel. So 40 dual damage bonus seems a bit better this game. Or any game, really. I cannot imagine a game where 5 seconds, well, 5-second press the attack is good, or is worth it over plus 40 dual damage per duel. So that means 58 damage per duel. Jeez, that's insane. It's insane to say it. Love is going for the kind of aggressive build with the Crimson Guard, now Assault Grasser. Not aggressive, sorry, carry build, right, which is smart. The axe is descended to the support, or not really support, but the off-lane initiator position. Meanwhile, the Outworld Devourer himself is going for the Scythe of Vice, now Hurricane Pike Blink. So he has the mobility items already. Grab the Scythe of Vice, probably next BKB or Shiva's, BKB and Shiva's perhaps, right, once he sells that Midas and grabs the Shiva's. It's a pretty good idea, especially against a Bloodseeker, but Bloodseeker doesn't seem to be the problem. The only issue with Bloodseeker is that because of his Midas, he's been dying so often and still not had too much of a trouble catching up. 6, 5, and 9. The Queen of Pain had that 4 times less than him, and the difference between them is negligible. It's 1800 gold, which is just up to farming speeds, really. So that Midas is really keeping Bloodseeker in the game, allowing him to play a bit suicidal, get the kill in the early game, in the early part of the team fight, and then just commit suicide, because who cares? The Legion Commander stays alive, that's the important part. She surpassed the Bloodseeker in terms of farm, not anymore because of the Midas, but you get the idea. And now that Smoke Egg fails to catch out anyone. but they wanted to kill off someone from XIAO DIAN. The idea is that XIAO DIAN used their own smoke, went into the offensive team, or the offensive jungle, and lost it as a result because, oh, wait, they're initiating. Gentleman actually initiates onto Karina Payne. That's a really good hex. They can kill Tiki in time. They have to blink away. Will manage to do so, but Psyonix is receiving a lot of damage with the Chain Frost. Meanwhile, the Legion Commander already dueled someone. It might just die as a result. Velo will be taunted and destroyed finally. Great macro fire by this Jakiro. Also the Ice Path. Thanks to him and the Earth Spirit, they managed to kill off the Axe, and they might even kill the Bristleback if he's not careful. They keep using stacks of Magnetize. That's another stack of Magnetize. The Ice Path going on, and the Yosef just to get another Ice Path onto this poor Outworld Devourer, and I think Love It will die to the damage. Maybe he has a lot of resistance, but in comes Psyonix, super fast. It's race car time. The Ice Path to cancel it down. The dual breath. Why did you use the dual breath before the Ice Path? Why? Jesus, that was such an obvious thing. So obvious they pinged him. Okay, Gentleman gets seen because of course they have some sort of vision. They've done it already once. Don't to go in there again. At least luckily this time they get the kill on the Outworld Devourer because he decided to play really away from base even though he didn't have a buyback. So that's Outworld Devourer gone for 106 seconds. And if he can't want to fight, I mean they are in their full right to do so. They could have also killed the Bristleback there, and that would have been a double dieback actually, and they would have won the game, but they chose not to. They actually chose not to win the game. Jesus Christ. I know what he was trying to do, which is dual breath. Oh, look at me! I know how to do the Ice Breath. I can control it. I'm gonna get as much damage as possible, and then I dual breath him. But you don't need it to do that because Psyonix was coming in with a race car. His 7th halberd lasted a long time. You didn't need to kill him. Either that, or he thought he could kill him with dual breath, which either way was wrong because they came in from behind anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, careful, speed draw. Don't catch out Tiki in time. Net will just be always standing in the middle of the blood right. Have you noticed that they always stand in the middle of the Blood Right because they know that the Blood Right is one of the best zone out spells out there. He actually went for the Blood Right damage. Not surprising at all, honestly. You can go for the minus Blood Right cooldown, and it's actually pretty good over the lifesteal because you can just use the Blood Right constantly to zone out whatever the enemy team is doing. That silence is so long. 6-second silence. Wow. What do you think Dire lack here? And this is Dire being XIAO DIAN. They don't lack that much, honestly. They like better initiations. The team fight has become very weak because Axe got relegated into a 3-position role. And of course, they lack a Midas on the OD. They had a... Sorry, they lack a Midas. They lack some damage on the OD. They have the mobility items here, the Hurricane Pike and the Blink Dagger, but of course you didn't go for the Shivas, you went for Seth of Ice first, which is okay as well, but you didn't go for those like really strong items. He's not even been using Hurricane Pike too much. It's not really a matter of lacking in terms of draft. Both drafts are pretty equal. In fact, XIAO DIAN could still win this game easily if they get a good team fight, but the Bristleback went for 2 defensive mid-game items, and the OD decided to go for Midas. What they lack here is cohesion. The OD decided to go for Blink Dagger, Hurricane Pike. What does this say to you? Oh, he wants mobility. Sure, but why does he want mobility? Because he doesn't want to end this early. He wants the mobility so he doesn't die too much in the early game. The enemy team doesn't get too much of a snowball. You get an advantage because of your Midas, and every single kill you get just because of your natural damage. Just understandable. Your natural damage is pretty high as OD. But of course, you still need some sort of damage eventually, and if you get it so late in the game, the Bristleback by this point has stopped having the same impact he used to have. And look at this duel from Velo, catches out the Outworld Devourer, still no Blade Mail, has a lot of damage though. And will he finish the duel in time? No, Overgrowth will save his life. He still has to press the attack to take away that Overgrowth. But he has to run away. He has the cheese available. The OD keeps hitting him. The Chain Frost, and this Legion Commander will regret the days he was born. Well, yeah, what they really lack here of XIAO DIAN is... Oh, no. Why is Tiki joining in? Why is Tiki want to die, too? She has a Yule Scepter to dispel all those stacks, though. Oh, good Yule Scepter. Really good Yule Scepter to prevent the Berserker's Call. Now with a Blink, I think they missed the root. I saw someone rooting him or something like that. Oh, and they still want to fight here. Apparently, Psyonix goes in, attacks the Bristleback, has no way of stunning him out, so instead he's just going to lose his own life. And the Age is lost by a great Titanic Eclipse. Surprise, surprise, says the Outworld Devourer. As Raja goes in, the Macro Power hits DN. They're starting a Forest Fire, but DN is okay with it for now. Tiki receiving a lot of damage. Uses the Blink last second before the Cooling Blade comes in, and she survives. Now the Ice Path goes onto Gentleman. It stuns him for a while, but they still get their kill onto Raji, and Net plus Tiki will have to retreat in time. I believe did she TP? Yeah, she must have blinked TP'd. But regardless, the guys from XIAO DIAN get another team fight to their name and equal the score ever so slightly. Honestly, the only issue here is how they're playing the Bristleback. He's not being too effective this game, and they use the Outworld Devourer a bit more that way because they don't seem to have much cohesion in their lineup. He went for mid game, he went for late game. Where, what? Why? You know, you don't want to have someone in your team prepared for every stage of the game. You want everyone in your team to be on the same page. Comparing this to Geek Fam, Midas went for Bloodthorn, so clearly a late game co-op. Legion Commander went for Morrigan and BKB, clearly late game Legion Commander. They were aiming for the late game the whole time, which is why they're having an advantage now. And if Geek Fam stop making plays that are going to win them or lose them the game, then they can win this game. It's actually not that hard for them, but really they have to stop making those mistakes, which allows XIAO DIAN to come back and allow them to still win this game because the lineup is honestly not that bad in the late game. Better initiations, lol, they got Accent Tree. Yeah, but just because you have Accent Tree does not mean you don't need better initiation. I don't mean like they need it as in they don't have it. I mean they need it as in they need to do it. They need to do it. Sorry, I should have explained myself. It's all comes down here this game to execution. Like I said, the drafts aren't missing anything. It's really the execution here by XIAO DIAN and Geek Fam. Both teams are committing suicide constantly with some of their heroes for no reason whatsoever. Some of their initiations are very, very off, especially by the Axe, who has not been getting good Berserker's calls for a while now. That's mainly as well because he's weak in the later game. So the Berserker's Call is a very low range spell. That's why Overgrowth is used so often, because it's such a high AoE of Overgrowth. They need to nerf that, really. And they're not using them in conjunction anymore. It's really easy to evade them. The guys on Geek Fam constantly get the initiation onto them with a rolling boulder, and that just can't happen because the Axe needs unknowing enemies like a Queen of Pain. There it is. Easy Berserker's Call, easy Hex as well. Everything wasted onto him, and they can still go for more. The next objective is the Legion Commander. They have to force the buyback already. There's the Macropyre, but the BKBs have been activated. Velo gets a duel onto the Bristleback. Really? That's the objective? That's not going to kill him in time. In fact, Velo almost dies. Has to eat the cheese in time. Good Boulder Smash to help him out, but no. Turn into a pig, and then he'll collect his ham. Now, the Queen of Pain has been disarmed. She can barely hit Love, and the only thing really left alive here are the two supports of Psionics. The cleanup crew is ready, but for now, he's taking way too much damage. Meanwhile, Raji has been Berserker's called and destroyed by the Axe. The only thing that almost died here was Jaeger, and even so, they're actually pretty okay. Now they find the Bloodseeker. They want to take away his damage, and they're going to do so by killing him. They're going to do so by killing him. Okay. I thought they were afraid of the Bloodseeker, but they're not. The XIAO DIAN, like I said, seem to be completely into this game. They have a great control of what this game is going for. The OD is a great late game, and he's utilizing it pretty well. And Geek Fam keep being unaware of their surroundings. They lost the gem, and they're still fighting in a very weird way, not aware of smoke ganks. It's like the third time they catch the Queen of Pain in one of those initiations, which is not good. Now look at this, she's farming, I mean, she's doing it very aggressively, but the Scythe of Vice has clearly fucked you over enough times for you to get Linkens, or for you to stop playing so aggressively. The answer, they are just bad. It is missing in the execution, but saying they are just bad, well, I wouldn't say that. Nobody's just bad. You know, there's always reasons for what they do. But it's always a matter of identifying your mistakes. That's what a caster does as well. I mean, you just can't go, they're bad. You know, that's not an analysis. Imagine if you were playing a game, you're losing, and like, well, what do we do? Oh, we're just bad. We're just worse than them. Well, you lost the game. Why play? Why bother playing? However, if you... Well, okay. You lost the game, why bother playing? I say that as Sekiro decides to commit suicide. But the whole point is just acknowledge where they're killing you. Seriously, how many times have they killed you? Going up a high ground slope, going, you know, just generally being in lane. How many times have they killed these guys? A bunch! A bunch! Geek Fam has lost so many people in those situations, and they still haven't put any defensive wards. Look how the map is warded, completely in favor of XIAO DIAN. And don't say that Jakiro is going to go ward, because of course he was going to go ward, but you need some sort of cover up for him. You can't have half the team farming and the other half saying, oh, I'm going to go ward and help my team out so we can farm a bit further. Geek Fam needs to get on the same page. They really need that cohesion here. Same as XIAO DIAN needed it before, but it seems like they're finally on the same page. Utilizing the items properly, and Gentleman being a great combat mechanic here in this game. There's a reason why Tiki is kicked by TNC. Now, Tiki is not bad, but you do need to play a bit more safely here against XIAO DIAN. It's not throwing or anything, it's just safely. Honestly, Geek Fam has Net. So you can say Tiki's bad or whatever, but Net used to be playing in the old Orange, and that was amazing. Oh, they're gonna go out to Legion Commander. That duel is not gonna come out this team fight. I'm pretty sure Macropyre is available though. But they keep going to the Queen of Pain now. Tiki's about to die. He survives. The duel does come out onto the Outworld Devourer. This might be with the turnaround. Sonic Wave to hit them as well, and the duel is not gonna complete in time, but they will get the kill regardless. Now they have to silence or stun someone. The Bristleback TP's away. The Bax does not have the same luck, and Jaeger will be the last victim of this team fight. as Geek Fam finally recover what they lost and get a good team fight out. Catching out the Queen of Pain in the beginning but not having enough damage, being able to evade all that attack, that's really good. The Leech Commander getting a duel out that I was surprised about, but worked out really well because of the Blood Right zoning out everyone else. That was what they needed, a good team fight like that. Ags on Bloodseeker, that's interesting. And now they're going to go, obviously, for... Ooh, he went for the plus 14% blood. I see, that's interesting. I was not expecting that at all. That's why Rupture is so strong nowadays. Huh. And, oh, the Hex plus the Heaven's Helper, that's not the best combination. Honestly, you don't want to do both at the same time. The Boulder Smash hits 3, that's pretty good. Boulder Smash, now the Ice Path, keeps him in place, ensures that they can't move anywhere. The Macro Fire, just to clear the creep wave, knowing that the enemy team can't really, farm efficiently through it. That Macro Fire is coming in with an Ags, right? Yeah, how far is the Ags? Huh? What? Oh, he went for a 4-staff instead, I think. Because, yeah, I can't tell what... Let me... Okay, Tomo no, that's a Tomo knowledge, okay. The Jakiro wants to get to level 25 to increase the macro power, but of course he also wants to get that Axe to increase the macro power damage. And together they actually deal a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, it's pure damage and pierces immunity. If you increase that damage to 225 pure damage a second, are you kidding me? That's better than Chakram over an area over a duration of 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's ridiculous. Now support 30 seconds. That's so good. That is so good. You know how much damage that is if you were to stand there just for 10 seconds? That's 2,250 of your health. Gone. If they just stand there for the duration of the current macro power with that ultimate, most of them are in a coma. And Lich dies. So you have to be really careful with that macro power. And when it lasts 30 seconds, there's a cooldown of 40, and you can... No, it's cooldown of 60. So it lasts 30 seconds, so you have 30 seconds without macro power, essentially. That's still pretty great. That's still pretty insane. With a great length as well, because it lasts so... It's so far off, and honestly, getting it off with Ice Path is not bad either. It's pretty easy to do. With a Blunt right to zone them out, maybe force them into the Macro Power. That's so strong. What Shakiro has right now in his inventory, what he's going to get is very powerful if they want to kill off the guys at XIAO DIAN. And frankly, all XIAO DIAN can do is hope that... It's hope that they can get a good initiation out to Geek Fam, because Geek Fam still has a superior, I guess. Actually, no. All they need to do is get a good initiation, and they can win. Now, all they need to do is get a good Berserker Skull and good turn protection. That's the two effects. Consider how the two teams are made. You have Geek Fam having better carries per se, because you do have 3 sort of carry-ish cores, I guess. And XIAO DIAN on the other hand has the... Oh, no, that's bad. Now, Berserker's Call catches out the... Oh, really good save there by Raj. He turns him into a rock and prevents his death. Now the Lich hit by a duel, but everyone's in overgrowth mode, and they still want to kill Jaeger. Not going to happen. Overwhelming odds will come down in a second, though. That's going to hurt him really a lot. Chain Frost, though, finishes him off. Sonic Wave hits everyone. The Macro Power already comes down, and now onto the Outworld Devour. He's been silenced. He's been destroyed. They only need one more hit, but they can't hit him. Finally, the hit from the Queen of Pain finishes him off. The Silver Edge comes out, destroys the Queen, the poor Bristleback, but the Berserker's called to save his life. Now these are the Heaven's Halberd. He's not hitting anyone. Raji's just trying to kill the support in the backlines, and everyone's fighting in these constant blood rights, making it so hard for them to survive. That silence lasts forever, and they finally catch out the Queen of Pain. She has an Aegis though, so she can survive. They try to help her out last second, won't be enough, and now the Queen of Pain will lose her Aegis, but Love It is about to die. Teehee joins in, hits the axe, kills him off with the magical damage, and all the Bloodseeker has to do is let the Rupture finish off this annoying Love It. But he wants to go in with the Blood Rage. He wants to get the last, and Cyrix doesn't want to die. Faces Love It head on, but it's really dangerous. The Yule Scepter to save Cyrix's life. He has to run away, and now it's just 2 supports fighting against his Bristleback. It's way too tanky. Love It just creating space here. They turn him into a stone. That's gonna hurt him a bit more, and they put him up the cliff. No, they pull him up with a duel. No, also not available. Love It. Just kill him already. He's broken. He's silenced there. Finally destroying the poor Bristleback after like a good 10 minutes of chasing him around, and he buys back immediately like, hello guys, I'm back again. But this time it's going to be a bit harder because Velo has a duel available and in 15 seconds, sorry. This is going to happen as soon as the Bristleback starts initiating, so these racks are definitely going down, maybe even the middle racks. They have a lot of damage right now. You don't want to mess with them. Look at Velo's 106 extra damage, plus the armlet, and also, of course, the Queen of Pain, which went from Maelstrom to add a bit of that attack speed to her. Alright, level 25 in Earth Spirit allows Human to grip on allies. That's pretty good. I'm gonna see more of those. Oh, he did go for the -8-second burst attack. Wow, I was wrong. Velo said no more dual damage. I don't need that. Okay, I didn't realize that. Maybe that's not that bad. I guess different strokes for different folks. I think that's the phrase. Yeah. Raji just put himself in such a difficult position. Oh, that burst back. Does he receive damage like that? No, he's not. That would have been really good, but sadly, no. It didn't happen. That's the second rupture already used, even though the first rupture was already being active on the bristleback. He tries to run into T and takes so much damage. T can always blink away, so he's fine. Doesn't want to get caught by the Expert Circle Call, and that's Mega Creeps. That's Ace Mega Creeps for the guys at Geek Fam. So it was a bit anticlimactic because everyone was dead. But oh, Queen of Pain, Ice Path, trying to save her life. They stole the Berserker's Call, and they'll grab it with the root plus the Berserker's Call. There's no way she was getting away from that alive, and the creeps are starting to push the base and put a lot of pressure into these towers. In comes the Trim Protector, tries to help them, but he's one of the worst lane pushers. So is the Lich, who has to go for the 25 or 35 frost armor structure damage. Sorry, frost 30 plus 35 frost armor structure armor. There it is. So it's like a tongue twister, isn't it? Right. That's it. The racks are being taken down by Geek Fam. No, careful, Raji could catch out Gentleman. It was the Yule Scepter and also the Axe, so it's not that hard. However, Raji instead puts himself in a really dangerous position for the enemy team. And oh no, they found a Blood Seeker. Sonic says, screw it, I want to go in, I want to die, yay! And he manages to do so. Coaling Blade to finish him off, and the Rolling Boulder from the Earth Spirit won't get him anyway. He has a Blink Dagger though, but I don't think that's good enough. Raji will just go down to the damage from the Owl Devourer. And yep, Geek Fam decide that it's time to provide catering to the enemy team for some strange reason. And they die in 3 different places in quick succession for no reason. Alright. Now let's see. In the middle lane, love it. It's starting to hit the tower pretty hard. But the Macropyre makes it kind of hard for them to initiate as well. That's an Agonist Macropyre, so last 40 seconds. Not the best place to put it in, honestly. You want to put it like that to prevent the initiation from them, not so you can kill creeps quickly, but whatever. It's honestly not that big a cooldown anyway, so you can just reuse it. This is Jakiro so happy with his life right now. He has a Macropyre as well. Sorry, the Macropyre is Pierce Spell Immunity. That is in only, you know, like half a level or so. You might even get it this game. However, with Mega Creeps, it's a bit hard regardless. And look at the attack. The attack from XIAO DIAN is not good enough because you have to leave Trim Protector behind to just help you out with living armor and obviously to kill the creeps. And the creeps might just kill him, honestly. Yep, there it is. Trim Protector got killed by creeps. You can't do anything in Mega Creeps as Trim Protector. Jaeger is also going to get killed by a Queen of Pain. They have Sonic Wave, so why not use it? BKB activated. She wants to fight. Berserker's Call might catch her out. Evades it with the Yule Scepter. And now they catch a Lich. Finished off inside the Ice Path. They go on to the Owl Devourer. Winner. Easy duel for them as they finish off Speeddrawer. Love it. No, Dian comes in with the Overgrowth. Too late. The Ancient was being brought down by the creeps. And after Dian died, the Ancient had nothing to do against his Mega Creeps. So, Geek Fam win the game. No surprise there. They had Mega Creeps. But we will be going to game number 2 where XIAO DIAN will have the chance to come back into this best of 3. See if they can win another game or the first game and at least stay in the winners brackets for a little bit longer so we can have a third match. That said, guys, hope you've enjoyed the game for today. My name's been DSwordfish. If you did like my cast, feel free to go into my Twitter and check it out. And if you're Russian, I guess I'm sorry that we didn't have the Russian cast this time. I do apologize. We'll talk to them now, see if they can go join the second game. And if you did enjoy the cast, feel free to flame me and troll me in the comments. That said, if you want to watch the replay or any sort of YouTube videos, feel free to go check out my Twitter. There's my YouTube channel. You can see where I put all the replays up in case you have issues with Smashcast or whatever. And I'll be back shortly with game number 2 of this best of 3. So enjoy some tunes while we wait, and I'll see you guys next time with some more Dota 2.